and we will get started lying down on your backside. Just gonna get all set up here. Alrighty, so we'll start lying down on our backside. You can keep the band off to the side for right now. Start with your feet flat on the mat, lying all the way down, arms down by your side. From here, we're just gonna set up in neutral spine. And good morning, everyone. Just make sure your screen's on mute. You will wanna make sure that the microphone comes up red with a little X or a little line through it. All right, so finding neutral spine here, we've got feet resting nice and evenly on your mat. Hip bones are even. You can feel the back of your rib cage gently pressing down. Shoulder blades resting nice and even, so we're able to open up through the chest. And then we want to feel the back of the head just gently resting on the mat, making sure our chin's not tucking down into your chest, and then we're not looking back behind, but just straight up at the sky. We'll take a nice big inhale in here and a big exhale. We'll get another inhale here in neutral. On exhale, we'll transition into imprint spine. So think about lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles, pulling your abs in nice and tight. Feel your ribs and hips get a little closer together so that you lengthen out through the back side of your body as the front side of your body engages. And then inhale, we go back into neutral spine. So it's an exhale to lift through the pelvic floor muscles, pull your belly button in towards your mat. Find that nice imprinted spine position. And then inhale, we lengthen back into neutral spine. We're gonna get a few more just like that. Exhale, we find imprint spine. And then inhale, we lengthen back out into neutral. And we'll go 3 more here. Exhale, we find imprint spine. And then inhale to release. And next time we find imprint spine, we'll just hold it right there, taking a nice big inhale in. On your exhale, we'll start to roll your hips up away from the floor. After your hips lift up, your lower back follows. Then the ribs start to lift up away. We're still keeping that openness through your chest, making sure our chin hasn't tucked. Think about really trying to look straight up towards the ceiling here in your bridge. Big inhale in, and then exhale, we roll our body all the way back down. First the ribs, and then the low back, and lastly the hips. When you come to the bottom, we inhale, find neutral spine. Exhale, imprint spine as you roll your hips up, and then the lower back, and then the ribs. It's a nice strong inhale up at the top, and then exhale as slowly as you can. We roll our body back down. First the ribs, and then the lower back, and then the hips. We'll get a few more here. Big inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, imprint spine as you roll your way all the way back up. We take a nice big inhale in here, and then exhale, roll your body all the way back down. We'll get one more bridge. Big inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, roll it all the way back up. Nice strong inhale in here, and then exhale, roll it all the way down. So just starting off nice and easy. You'll keep your feet flat on the floor. We're gonna find neutral spine again. So we've created that little curve through your lower back. We're gonna start with your right leg. On your inhale, just slide your right heel forward, and then exhale, slide your right heel back in. All right. As you slide your right knee forward, or your right heel forward, allow your knee to kind of collapse in towards the left side. And then as you pull the right heel in, allow your right knee to open up to the right side. So we're kind of drawing a circle with our hip. Our knee goes in towards the center as we go out, and then our knee goes out towards the side as we pull it. We are trying to keep our hips as even as we can. So as we're moving through that right hip, we want to keep our pelvis nice and stable on the mat. Alrighty, we'll get one more here. So it's an inhale to slide your leg out, and then exhale to slide it back in. And then we'll just start moving in the opposite direction. So as you straighten out your right leg, your knee opens out to the side, only as wide as you can keep the left hip down. And then as you pull the right knee in, you turn the right knee in towards the left. So we open out wide as we slide out, and then we rotate in to pull back in. We'll get about 3 more here, really looking to mobilize that right hip joint. And then bring it on in. And we'll go last 2. Feel the backs of your ribs gently pressing down into your mat. And then both shoulders resting nice and even. Last one here, we slide it out. And then bring it all the way back in. We'll go ahead, set the right foot flat. Try this out on the left side. Nice inhale to straighten out the left leg. And then exhale to pull the left leg back in. As we straighten out the left leg, we collapse in towards the midline or collapse over towards the right. As you pull the left leg in, you open out wide to the left side. So we rotate in and then rotate out. As we're doing these nice little leg stretches on the left side, we're just checking to see what's happening with our pelvis, right? Our hip bones should be resting nice and even. We are in our neutral spine, so you can feel that nice curve between your lower back and the mat. But our ribs are gently pressing down, right? Maintaining that nice stability for our spine. Next time you pull your left leg in, we'll try the other way. So we open out over to the left as you straighten out your left leg, and then rotate your leg immediately as you pull your knee back in. So it's an inhale to open up and stretch it out, and then exhale to pull everything back in. We'll keep on moving here, feeling our nice little rotator muscles throughout our left hip, helping us to move our leg out, and then pull our leg back in, feeling for the right hip bone pressing into your mat. All right, we'll get one more here. We open out to the side and then pull back in, and then rest both feet down on the mat. We'll just take your feet together, knees apart. Hands will come back behind your head. We'll take a nice big inhale. We're still in neutral spine. So now that we've opened up at the hips, our back or our pelvis might have a tendency to rock forward, right? We're going into an anterior tilt. So we need to use a little bit more pelvic floor muscle work, a little bit more ab work to help us find neutral spine. So let's test that out. Rock the hips forward, feel your back arch up away from the floor, and then zip it up. Feel everything go back to neutral. So inhale, we lengthen, we stretch out. You'll notice your ribs start to pop up too. And then exhale, we find that nice strong connection, working our way back into neutral. One more just like that. Inhale, we pop it out. And then exhale, we find imprints, our neutral spine. We're gonna hold it right there. Hands behind our head. We're pressing our head into our hands and our hands into our head. Elbows are open out as wide as we're able to keep the rib cage knitted down. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, nod your chin to your chest, curl your body up, coming in for a little crunch. And then inhale, we hold. Exhale, we roll it all the way back down. So it'll be a nice inhale to prepare. Exhale, slight nod of the chin as you curl your body forward. Inhale, we hold here, feeling the ribs expand. And then exhale, we slowly lengthen all the way back down. As we continue here, see if you can keep the elbows open out nice and wide as you come up, right? We don't need the elbows to crunch together. We need the ribs to pull up towards the hips. And then we keep that nice length through our chest as we lower our body all the way back down. Last 3, slight nod of your chin to your chest, peel your body up. Inhale, we just hang out here. And then exhale, roll it all the way back down. Last 2, exhale, nod your chin, peel your body up. Inhale to hold here. And then exhale, roll your body all the way back down. Here goes last one, big breath in. Exhale, curl it forward. It'll take a nice inhale here to hold. On your exhale, we'll curl up just a little bit higher. Think about keeping the elbows and the knees open nice and wide. Big inhale in. And then exhale, we roll back down nice and slow. All right. We'll release our arms, pull your knees into your chest, give your body a little hug, maybe draw some small circles on the mat. with your back. Alrighty. So from here, we've already got our feet up. So we're going to find tabletop position with your knees. We're going to go into our imprint spine, right? So zipping up through the pelvic floor muscles, feeling the belly button pull in. You can rest your arms down by your sides. We'll take a nice big inhale in here. On your exhale, just go ahead, straighten out your right leg, point your right toe. And then inhale, bend your right leg, bring it in. Exhale, we straighten out the left leg, push forward, point your toe, and then bend your knee and bring it in. So right now, right, we don't have any resistance. We're not using our band. We're just kind of looking for the range of motion that our body is ready and willing to move with today, right? So how low can I take my leg without my lower back popping up away from the mat? How far out can I stretch my leg without my hips starting to wiggle, right? So just kind of checking in with our body. We're still using the ribs, knitting the rib cage down to help us stabilize the upper body, and then really working through those pelvic floor muscles to help us stabilize the lower body. We're gonna get 2 more here. And push. And we'll get 1 more here, straighten out the right. And then bring it in, straighten out the left, and in. All right, stay here in our tabletop position, still an imprint spine. We're gonna take the right leg out nice and long. Once the right leg lengthens, lift it straight up to the sky, and then bend your right knee back in tabletop. Let's try the left. Left leg stretches out nice and long. We lift it up to the sky, and then bend your knee, bring it back in. Right leg goes out nice and long. We lift up to the sky, bend your knee and drop it down. Left leg stretches out nice and long. We lift the left leg, bend your left knee, bring it down. 1 more of each. Stretch it out nice and long. Lift your leg up, bend your knee, drop down, and then left leg lengthens out. We lift up, bend your knee. We're gonna go the other way. We start with our right leg bent, stretch it straight up to the sky. Lower your right leg only as low as you can maintain imprint, and then bend your knee and bring it in. The left leg goes up to the sky. We lower down only as low as we can control, and then bend your knee and bring it in. 2 more on each side. Right leg up. We lower down, and then bend and bring it in. And then left leg up, lower down, bend and bring it in. 1 more of each. We lift up, and then lower down, and then bend it in, and then left leg up, and lower down. Bend your knee and bring it in. Set your feet down and just move your knees side to side. Whew. Alrighty, so we're gonna try that same thing just with 2 legs, okay? If that was already feeling like a good challenge for your abs and you were feeling like your back was able to stabilize but probably couldn't take any more, you'll keep going with 1 leg. But if we feel like we want a little bit more of a challenge, we'll take both feet up into tabletop, all right? From here, we'd straighten both legs out nice and long and then bend both knees back in. As you straighten out your legs, you can point your toes, and then as you bend your knees, you can flex your feet. We're still working in imprint, right? Just so we have a little bit more connection with our abs to help us maintain the weight or sustain the weight of the legs. We're gonna go 2 more until we add in. Stretch the legs out long, and then bend your knees in. Next time we straighten out, hold it there. Lift your legs straight up to the sky, and then bend your knees in tabletop. So your legs will lengthen out nice and long. And then we lift our heavy legs up and bend your knees back in tabletop. As you straighten out your legs, abs have to work a little harder to maintain that weight. As the legs lift up, we're not allowing the tailbone to lift up. And then just bend the knees, the thigh bones stay still. So we lengthen out, push forward. We fold at the hips as we lift up. And then we fold at the knees as we lower down. Last one till we go the other way. Stretch it out nice and long. Lift your legs up. Bend your knees, dropping the heels down. Hold it right there. We're going the other way. Legs go straight up, so we just extend at the knees. Then you lower your legs straight down, and then bend your knees in tabletop. So your legs lift up to the sky, abs pulling really tight here as your legs lower down, and then bend your knees, bring it in tabletop. 3 more, lift up, and then lower down, and then bend your knees, pull in. Last two, we lift and then lower and then pull in. We'll go one more, last one, best one. Lift up, lower down, bend your knees. Set your feet down, take a breather. Wahoo! Alrighty, if we do have a band, we're gonna grab a hold of that band, step into it like you're putting on a tight pair of jeans, and we're gonna place it right up above your knees. All right, so I'm using like a medium-ish intensity band, but whatever band you have works, right? And if you don't have a band, just really be mindful to think about those outer hips, right? Because the band's just giving us a little feedback there. Alrighty, so arms can rest down by our side. We're going back in for some bridges. We are gonna start a neutral spine, so we'll find that spot where both hip bones are resting nice and evenly, and we've got that little bit of space between your lower back and your mat, but the backs of the ribs are still gently pressing down, right? You can feel your abs working to stabilize you there. We'll take a nice big inhale in. On your exhale, press through the heels, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up to hover, right? And we're not going all the way up because we're maintaining neutral spine. Inhale, lower your hips back down. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift up your hips. And then inhale, we lower back down. All right, so as we're lifting up our hips, let's think about your knees tracking straight forward. And then really, really focus on driving up through your heels, driving up through your glutes as you lift all the way back up. So it'll be an exhale to lift, and then inhale to lower back down. All right, we'll get a few more here. Exhale, we lift it up. And then inhale to lower back down. Last three here. Exhale, we go up. And then inhale back down. Last two, up. And then back down. Next time we lift up, we'll just hold it there. We're just gonna do little pushes out against the band, right? And so again, this is where we're really focusing on our outer hips, right? Our glutes on the sides of our hips helping us to push out against the band. Of course, the backside glutes are still working to keep our hips up. And then we wanna find that stability through our ankles. So it's really the outer hips pushing, not our knees, not our feet. We've got 4 more here. And then we'll go for 3. And here goes last 2. And then last one, we'll go knees back to center, lower all the way back down. We're gonna find imprint spine here. So lifting up through your pelvic floor muscles, abs will pull in nice and tight. We'll take a nice big inhale in here. On your exhale, roll your hips up, coming into your bridge. All right, we're gonna lift up the right heel. So right heel lifts up, left foot's nice and flat. We're still in bridge, just lifting up our heels, already challenging to our spine, right? So we find our abs, find our glutes, help us stabilize here. You're gonna send your right leg straight out in front of you. Take a nice big breath in, exhale, push out into the band with your right leg. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we push out into the band. Inhale back to center. We're pressing our arms into the mat, but keeping our chest open, not allowing our chin to drop down into your chest. We'll go for 4 more here. Exhale, push. And then inhale, pull. Here goes 3. Lift up that left hip a little bit more for 2. And then last one, bring the right leg in, set your right foot down, toe, and then heel. Roll your hips all the way back down. Okay, one side down. Big breath in here. Exhale, roll your hips up, coming into your nice high bridge. We'll take a big inhale in here. Exhale, lift up your left heel. All right, so again, we're stabilizing. We're looking for support and stability before we do anything crazy with our legs. We'll take a nice big inhale in, right glutes ready to support us, and we stretch the left leg out nice and long. Taking a nice big inhale in here, exhale, push out into the band, and then inhale, bring the band back in. Exhale, we press out, and then inhale, bring it in. Feel for that right foot. We want to push down through the inside and the outside of the right foot, right? Right leg is just resisting the pull of the left leg, and we're really just looking to stabilize here, and the left leg pushes just that little bit. We'll go for 3. And then 2. And last one, bring the left leg in. Set your left foot down, toe and then heel. And then roll your hips all the way down. Oh, all right, knees can pull into your chest. Give your body a little hug. Once we get there, we're gonna go ahead, shimmy the band down if we're using a band. So from here, we'll go ahead, take our legs straight up to the sky. Flex your feet as you do so, and then just open your legs just slightly wider than hip distance apart. And then inhale, bring your legs back together, bend your knees and point your toes. All right, so exhale, the legs lift up. Flex your feet, push out against the band. Inhale, bring your legs together, bend your knees and point your toes. If we're not using a band, we're not taking our legs as wide as possible, right? We're just going just slightly wider than hip distance. And then we bring everything back in, point your toes as you lower back down. All right, I think that was about 3 and our goal is 8. So we're almost halfway there. And then bring the legs back in, point your toes. All right, we are in our neutral spine here, right? So we do have that little space between your lower back and your mat. If this is feeling like way too much strain and stress on your lower back, feel free to work in imprint. Maybe try this without the band, or maybe go one leg at a time, right? We've got so many options in Pilates. That's why we love it so much. All right, we'll go for 3 more here. The legs lengthen up, flex your feet, push out against the band, and then bring it back in, bend your knees. Here goes last 2. We lengthen up, press it out, bring it in, and then lower down. Next time the legs lift up, flex your feet, open up. We're gonna bring the legs in halfway and then push back out. So there's always resistance on the band. We're just moving like a centimeter or 2 and then back in. Goal is to keep the hips even, which means both legs are pressing equally, right? One leg's not pushing more than the other. Both legs are working together to get through this exercise. We've got 4. And 3. Our legs should be starting to get a little heavy. We've got 2. Last one, push out against the band, hold it there, little tiny pushes. We push for 5 and 4. Here we go, 3. Last 2 and 1. Legs together, point your toes, bend your knees, set your feet down. Oh, okay, so our outer hip should be nice and warmed up, so we can roll over onto your side next. All right, we'll keep the band right around your ankles if you're using a band. If you're not using a band, I promise we'll do a lot of reps, so you'll feel this one too, okay? All right, so taking a nice big inhale in here, we'll point our toes. We've got our hips stacked one on top of the other, and then we've got a little mouse hole between our abs and the mat, right? Just so our obliques are lifted up away and they're getting a nice workout. If we don't like our little beach layout pose, we could also use our bicep as a pillow, whichever position feels best for you, okay? We'll take a nice big inhale in here. On your exhale, we just lift your top leg up, and then inhale, lower it back down. So it'll be an exhale to lift up, and then inhale to lower back down. As we lift our leg up, we do want to think about keeping our hips parallel, right? Or in a nice neutral position. So we're not rotating at our hip. Our knee is tracking straight forward. And then we're pointing our toes, so our toes are just pointing slightly off towards the side. It's a nice exhale to lift, feeling that outer hip warm up as we lift, and then inhale to lower. As you lift up that top leg, make sure you've still got that little mouse hole underneath your obliques and in between your obliques and your mat, right? So we're not collapsing into the upper body as we lift up our top leg. We're gonna go for about 5 more here. It's an exhale to lift, and then inhale to lower. Check out that top leg. Make sure your knee is still tracking straight forward. We're gonna go for 3 more here. And then we'll go 2 more here. And then last one, just lift your leg up and hold it right there. All right, let's try out those little tiny lifts. So we're gonna lift up like a centimeter higher and then lower down like a half a centimeter. And then we lift up a centimeter higher and then we lower down a centimeter higher, right? Maybe we're getting a little higher with each one. Maybe we're moving that same range of motion, wherever your body's at today, as long as you're able to maintain alignment, right? That will dictate how much range of motion we've got. Just a little exhale up and then inhale lower, and our hips might be saying like, finally, you're giving me a workout, right? I've been waiting for this. We'll go for 4 more here. Whew, and 3 more here. Our legs should be getting a little bit heavier. Last 2. And then last one, we just lift up and hold it right there, okay? Keep that top leg lifted up. Top arm's gonna come right in front of your torso. You're gonna lift up the bottom leg to meet the top leg and then lower the bottom leg back down. So the top leg staying right where it is. The bottom leg's just seeing if it can lift up high enough to get there, and then we go back down. So we should be adding in a little challenge for our top oblique as we add in lifting up that top leg and lowering back down. And then that top hip should be singing to us, right? Singing us a beautiful song of like, I love exercise. Here we go for 4 and 3. I know, don't worry, mine's off key too. It's okay. Last one, lift it up, hold it there. We're gonna keep the legs together, lower both legs down, and then lift both legs up. And then lower down and lift up. There's our 3 out of 8. Lift up and back down. Oh, we've got 4 and down for 3 and down for 2 and down. Last one, lift up, hold it there. Top leg only, press into the band and lower down. 2 and 3. 4 more after this. Little push and down for 3. Woo, and 2. Last one, connect the legs, lower all the way down. Oh, okay, cool. So let's shimmy the band up above our knees if we are playing with the band. We're gonna work our way onto our hands and knees next. Yahoo, that hip should be loving us right now, right? All right, from our hands and knees, we're gonna go ahead and start with our leg lifts. We'll start with that same leg. So I was on my left leg, or whichever leg you were just working. Let's go straight for that one, okay? It'll be a nice exhale, drive your heel up towards the sky. And then inhale, we lower back down. All right, in our hands and knees position, we're thinking about our form through our torso. Our gaze is looking towards the front edge of your mat. Our hands are spread out nice and wide. We can also do this one on our forearms. Think about lifting your chest up away from the floor and not locking out your elbows. We've got a nice soft bend. We've got 5 here. And then 4. We'll go for last 3. And then 2. Last one, we lift up and hold it there. Our obliques are nice and warmed up from that previous exercise, so they should already be turning on right now, just to hold our leg up. We're gonna straighten out that leg and then bend your knee back in. Option to stay just like this, or if we want more oblique work, the right arm reaches forward. We just keep it reaching forward, right? Challenging our body stability while we add in this nice hamstring work for the leg that's up. We'll go for 3 and 2. Last one, straighten out your leg, hold it there. Point your toes, tap your leg down, and then lift, right? The opposite arm being lifted up is optional, but the leg work is what we're here for, right? Work those glutes, lift up and down. We'll go 4 and 3. Make sure chin's not dropping down to your chest. 2. Last one, bend your knee, bring your arm in. Okay, one more thing for this leg and then we'll switch sides. We're going down onto our forearms next. Elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Knees are right underneath your hips. You're gonna straighten out your leg. Same leg we've been playing with. Send that leg over to the side. Okay, from here, keep your foot flexed. Lift your leg up and then lower back down. We do want to keep our pelvis or our hips squared down towards the floor. We're just, again, working those outer hips a little bit more, taking our leg off to the side, and then giving our obliques a little bit more work because they have to stabilize our torso with our leg extended out to the side. We've got 4 more here. We're looking out at our hands. Right now we actually have a focal point since our hands are out in front of our elbows. We'll go for 3. And then last 2. And lift up and hold it there. Little pulses up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your leg back to center. Bend your knee. Send your hips back for a child's pose. Alrighty. Since we have the band already up above our knees, let's go ahead and make our way back up onto our hands and knees. Right, and again, the option to do this one still on the forearms if that feels better. We're gonna go for the opposite leg now. Mine's the right side. We're gonna lift up the heels, keeping our knee bent. Send your heel straight up towards the sky. And then inhale, we lower back down. So in the first movement, we talked about our upper body stability. Now let's check in with our lower body stability. We are wanting to keep our pelvis squared straight down towards the floor. And we want to make sure that we're not shifting over into that standing hip, right? We want to keep everything nice and centered. So you almost want to feel like you're leaning over towards the leg that's lifting up so that you're not shifting or dropping weight over into the supporting leg. Abs are going to help us with that, and so is our mind, right? Reminding our body to stay centered. Next time you lift up your leg, hold it right there. We're going to straighten out your knee and then bend your knee, bring it in. This is where we added in the option of stretching your arm out nice and long, right? That just adds more of a core challenge, but now we have to remember not to collapse into our standing arm. We're lifting our chest up away from the floor, and now we think about shifting our chest over towards the arm that's lifted. We've got 3 more here. Our gaze is still looking forward. 2 more. And then last one, straighten out and hold it there. Tap the toes down and lift. We'll point the toes and lift up your leg. There's 2 out of 8. 3. Can you lift your chest up? Lift your head up. Last 4. And 3. Here goes 2. And last one, lift up and then lower everything down. We bring our forearms down so that our elbows are right underneath your shoulders. We're looking out towards the fingers. Send your legs straight back and then open up slightly off to the side. Even though we've opened the leg up, we do want to keep our hips squared down. So make sure you're not rotating or shifting over. We'll take a nice big breath in. Exhale, lift your leg up and then inhale, lower down. It's an exhale to lift and then inhale to lower. As we lift our leg, our body is going to try to tense up through the upper body. So see if you can stabilize your shoulders, making sure to remove the tension from your neck and keep it in that leg that you're lifting up. We've got 4 more. Here we go up and down. Our foot flex for 3 and then down. Last 2. And then lift up, hold it there. Little pulses up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, shift your hips back, take your child's pose. All right, as you work your way out of your child's pose, we'll work our way all the way onto our other side for our sideline work. We will be shimmying the band down around our ankles once again. Alrighty, and we have the option, right? We can have our hand as a pillow or our bicep as a pillow, right? We were just doing a lot of work, so it might feel nice to lie all the way down on your bicep. But remember, we do want that nice little mouse hole, right? So we're not allowing the obliques to kind of let go and collapse, but we're lifting up through those obliques, okay? Top arm can rest right in front or on your hip, wherever feels best. We start with the top leg lifting up. Exhale to lift up, and then inhale to lower back down. So it's an exhale up and then inhale down. Our toes are pointed and we're just kind of warming up that outer hip. Exhale, we lift and then inhale to lower. Nice lengthening up and then lowering back down with control. As we're lifting up the top leg, think about the stability happening through the bottom leg and all throughout the rest of your body. Right? So we're not just lifting our leg up, we're stabilizing, creating a nice supportive system for your back, for your neck, keeping everything nice and relaxed. Well, just that top leg has its nice workout. We'll go 4 more here. It's an exhale to lift and then inhale to lower. Here goes 3 more and 2 more. Next time you lift up, hold it right there. So top leg stays up. The bottom leg's gonna lift up to meet the top leg, and then only the bottom leg goes down. So bottom leg comes up, and then bottom leg goes back down. We've got 5, and then 4, and 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower the bottom leg down. I did something a little out of order, so we'll just add it in right now. We're gonna do a little lift with the top leg and then a little lower. I knew you'd be mad if I skipped this one, right? So little lift and then little lower. I don't want to get any, nasty emails and texts later. Hello, we didn't do the little lifts. That's the best part. So we'll get them in. I'll even throw in a couple extras just as an apology. We'll go up and down. 4. Oh, thank goodness I can feel it now. 3. Oh, okay, 2. Last one, lift up, hold it there. Now bottom leg lifts up. We're gonna move the legs together. We go down and then up, right? We're saying hello, obliques. We've got 6 and lift. Here goes 5. Bring it up and 4. Up. Last 3 and lift. Last 2. Up. Next time we lift up, hold it there. Top leg lifts up and down, right? And we don't really lift that leg up super high. Just a little tiny lift's gonna add a nice challenge to our obliques, right? And our outer hips already loving us, so we're just cruising right along. We'll go for 5 and 4. Okay, 3 and last 2 and last 1. Lower everything all the way down. Oh, okay, let's lay down on your backside, okay? So shimmy your way down. Oh, we know if we're going on our backside, we get some nice relaxing in. So at least we can look forward to that, right? We're gonna take the band and place it around your feet. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna make a little X with my band so it'll be a little bit tighter, and then place the band so I've got kind of like a little crisscross shape on my feet. Depending on the resistance level of your band, you may choose not to do this or to do this. So you get to choose, okay? We'll take our feet back in tabletop. We are gonna work in neutral, right? So this means our abs are gonna have to work hard to stabilize this position. If this ends up being a little too much for our lower back, we can always go into imprint spine. Our abs will still get a workout, okay? Arms are coming down by your side. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, straighten out your right leg, push it forward, flex your foot as you do so, and then inhale, bend your right knee, bring it back in. Exhale, the left foot kicks forward, and then inhale, bend your knee, bring it in. So I'm already noticing, because it added resistance to this movement, that my ribs are trying to pop up, right? My back's trying to arch. So I need to make a stronger connection with my abs to help me maintain a neutral spine, right? I need my ribs to pull down to meet the hips. I need my abs to wrap around and help me stabilize my lower back in this neutral spine. If we're feeling stable and want to add in a little bit more, we can reach the arms up to the sky, right? Then now we really have to work to keep the ribs in line. If we want even more, as you straighten out your right leg, the left arm reaches up overhead, and then we bring everything back to center, and then we switch sides. Left leg goes long, right leg reaches up overhead, and we switch. It's an exhale to push, and then inhale to pull. Exhale, we lengthen out, and then pull back in. We'll go for 4 here, and bring it in, and 3, and in. Last 2, keeping our hips nice and even. And last 1, bring it in, set your feet down, take a little breather. Whew. Alrighty, we're gonna reach your arms up overhead. Feet can stay flat on the floor, knees are bent. We'll take a nice inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, nod your chin to your chest. Exhale, peel your head, neck, and shoulders up. Your arms come along for the ride. Inhale, we hold here, looking to create length and space. And then exhale, we roll everything all the way back down. We'll take a nice inhale, the arms float up, start to curl up. Exhale, we peel our upper back up. Inhale, we just hang out here. And then exhale, we roll everything back down. We've got 3 more like that. Inhale, we start to move. Exhale, we finish that movement. Inhale, we just hang out, soaking up all that nice ab work. And then exhale, we roll it all the way back down. Last 2 here. Inhale, float your arms up to the sky, nod your chin to your chest, peel your body up. Inhale to hold. And then exhale, we roll everything all the way down. Last one here. Big breath in, float your arms up. Exhale, we curl forward. We're gonna hold here, taking a nice big inhale. We'll pulse our arms up and down. And then a nice strong exhale as we continue to pulse the arms. Our goal is to keep our torso nice and still, keep pulsing through those arms, but not allowing the torso to shake, right? So abs pull in nice and tight. Big inhale in here. And then a big, big, big exhale, 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 exhale. We'll get 2 more breaths here. Nice strong inhale. And then a big, big, big exhale, exhale, exhale. And we'll get 1 more here. Big inhale in. And then a big, big, big exhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale, we hold steady. Exhale, roll your body down. Rest your arms down by your sides. All right. So feet are going to come back up into tabletop. We're going to uncross our band if we crossed it. And then you can just place the band around your ankles again, okay? All right. So we've got knees in tabletop position. We're going to find a lateral turnout. So heels go in towards each other, toes go out. We'll start with the arms down by our sides, and we'll start in neutral. Taking a nice big inhale. On your exhale, straighten out your legs, find imprint spine. So abs pull in, point your toes, and push out against the band. Inhale, bend your knees, flex your feet, find your neutral spine again. So it's an exhale, we extend through the hips and the knees. We find imprint spine as we lengthen out through our lower back, push out against the band, and then bend your knees, bring it in. You're right, that's a lot of movements for one breath. Let's slow things down. Nice big inhale to get ready. Exhale, just straighten out the legs and find imprint. Inhale, push out against the band. Exhale, release your grip on the band, and then inhale, bend your knees and flex your feet. Neutral spine here. Exhale, straighten out. We find imprint. Inhale, we push out against the band. Exhale, we loosen up our grip on the band, and then inhale, bend your knees and flex your feet. 2 more till we add the upper body. Exhale, we straighten out. Inhale to push out. Exhale, bring the legs in. And then exhale, bring everything back in. Sorry. 2 more. Straighten out here with our exhale. Inhale to push. Exhale to pull. And then inhale to bend and bring it back in. Last one, we push out. And then lengthen. Bring it back in. And bring everything in. Set your feet down. All we're going to do is add the upper body. You've got the choice of having your hands behind your head, or you can go arms full motion, all right? Whatever feels best for your body. I'll be starting with my hands up towards the sky, but again, options, give your neck a little more support, have your hands behind your head, or you can just do the arms and not add the head lifting up. All right, we're still in our lateral rotation. We'll take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, straighten out your legs, curl forward, coming into your C curve shape. Inhale, push out against the band. Exhale, loosen up your grip on the band. See if you can curl up a little higher. And then inhale, bend your knees, float your upper body back down. Exhale, we curl forward, the legs extend out nice and long. Inhale, we push out against the band. Exhale, can we curl up a little bit higher as the band comes back together? And then we lower all the way back down with our inhale. 2 more here. Exhale, curl it up. Inhale, push out against the band. Exhale, bring the legs together, curl up higher, and then inhale, bend your knees, lower all the way back down. Last one, we're gonna stay up for a little bit. Exhale, we curl up. Inhale, push out against the band, hold it there. The legs stay out, the arms lift up, and then lower down. The arms lift, curl up higher as they lower down. 2 more, lift the arms up. Feel the abs work here. 1 more, lift the arms up, lower down, hold it there. Little pushes out against the band. 4 and 3. Last 2. And then 1, legs together, lower all the way down, set your feet down. All righty, so we'll go ahead, take our right foot out of the band. You can keep your left foot in the band. I'm gonna actually place the band right around like the arch of my left foot, and then take your left foot up to the sky. All right, and you can play around with kind of flexing and pointing your left toe. Right, and you can play around with your grip on the band to see what helps you get the best stretch down the back side of your left leg. All right, and then we'll go ahead, lower the left leg down. As you do so, nod your chin to your chest, curl your body forward, coming up for a little crunch. And then inhale, we lower the upper body back down as the left leg comes up. Flex your foot at the top, point your toes as you curl your body forward, stretch your leg out nice and long. And then flex your foot as you lower back down, right? Nice little active stretch, giving the abs some love still. 2 more here. Point your toes, curl your body up. And then flex your foot as you lengthen your body back down. And we'll get 1 more. Curl your body forward, point your toe, allow the leg to go as low as you're able to. And then bring everything back up. We're gonna bring the right leg to come up to meet the left. The right leg will come into the band, left foot will go down onto the floor. We'll start off here with our nice active stretch for your right leg. All right, and again, you can play around with pointing and flexing your foot and just see what feels the best. Maybe we see what it feels like to pull a little tighter on the band. Alrighty, so from here, we're gonna start to point our right toe, nod your chin to your chest, curl your body up, allowing your leg to go down, maybe to like a 45-degree angle. And then inhale, we lift up the right leg, lowering our head back down. We've got 3 more here. Point your toes as you curl it up. And then flex your foot as you lower all the way back down. And last 2. Exhale, we roll it up. And then inhale, we slowly lengthen back down. And we'll get 1 more here. We curl it forward. And then slowly lengthen back down. Alrighty, we'll be done with the band. We'll take the band, place it off to the side. Feel free to just allow your knees to rock a little bit side to side here. Alrighty, from here, we'll go ahead, take your right or your left leg, cross it over your right, coming for your figure 4 stretch, okay? We'll work on keeping our hips as even as we can. There'll be a little bit of shifting here. Pushing your left leg away from your body. Try to create space between your torso and your thigh, right? When we do a lot of ab work, our hip flexors get worked as well too. So always nice to stretch out our hip flexors and then stretch out those inner thighs. This one may feel nice and we can stay here just like that. Or you can take your hands, wrap it around your bottom right thigh. You can also grab a hold of your left foot and your left thigh to just gently pull in, right? Whatever feels best for your body. One thing we want to think about, right, is we don't want to tense up our upper body just to get a good stretch through the lower body. So finding a stretch that allows us to stay nice and neutral throughout our body. All right, and then we'll let go of our legs. Allow your knees to just rock side to side. And then we'll try that stretch out on the other side. So right leg crosses over the left. And again, we'll look to create that space between your torso and thigh first, finding that openness through your hips. We can stay here just like that. Or you can wrap your hands maybe around the right thigh and right foot, maybe around that bottom left leg, right? Wherever we're able to get a nice stretch without creating tension throughout our neck and shoulders. All righty, we'll set the feet down. Just allow your knees to drop side to side. Okay, so from here, we'll take your feet flat on the floor, just about hip distance apart. Arms can open out nice and wide. We'll take a nice big inhale, move your hips slightly over to the right, and then allow your knees to drop over to the left. We can turn to look over the right shoulder, almost reminding the right shoulder to stay down nice and even. And bring your head back to center, and then your knees come to center. Shimmy your hips over to the left, and then allow your knees to drop over to the right. So just a nice gentle spinal twist here, not forcing anything. Option to look over to your left shoulder. Then head comes back to center, the knees follow, and let's just bring your hips back to center. Pull your knees into your chest, give your body a little hug. Alrighty, so from here, we'll keep the knees in tabletop. We're gonna open the arms up to make like a nice little W shape or a goalpost. Drop your knees over to the left, right? As far as gravity wants to allow them to go. Once you start to feel that right shoulder pop up, we're gonna bring the right arm all the way over so that you're side lying on the right side, on the left side. From here, we're gonna open up, starting with the right arm. The right arm leads the way, the head and chest follow, and then the hips come along as well too. And we'll try that on the other side. So the knees start this motion, and then we bring the left arm, the head turns following that left hand. From here, we start with the left arm. We open up to the sky. Our gaze is following those left fingertips, chest opens, and then the knees follow along as well too. We'll try that one more time, taking the knees over to the left. The right arm follows along. Then we open up with the right arm. The chest follows, then the knees pull your arms in nice and tight as you roll over. And then allow your knees to drop over to the right, and then the left arm follows. All right, we open up the left arm, the chest follows, and then the knees come as well too. Go ahead, just pull your knees into your chest, draw some small circles on the mat with your back. And we'll take circles in the opposite direction as well. And from here, we'll nod our chin to your chest, start to roll like a ball. You can either roll onto your side or roll all the way up to seated. All right, once we get to seated, take your legs out nice and long. It may feel nice to sit propped up on a little pillow or maybe fold your mat up. You're gonna take your feet just about hip distance apart here. We'll take a nice big inhale, arms stretch out to the sides. On your exhale, you're gonna twist over to the right. So exhale, we twist over to the right. And then inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist over to the left. And then inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. As you do so, reach your left hand over towards your right pinky toe. Turn to look back towards your right hand. Inhale, we unwind, coming all the way back to center. And then exhale, we try that on the left. The right hand reaches towards the left pinky toe. Our head turns to look back towards our left fingers. And then inhale, we restack and bring it back up. One more on each side. Exhale, we twist over, reach forward and look back. Coming all the way back up to the center. We go on the other side. We twist over, reach forward, but turn to look back. Coming all the way back to center. We'll reach the arms up. Big breath in here. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Dive down. Walk your hands forward out in between your legs. Coming to walk the hands out as far forward as you'd like. Inhale, we come up halfway. Look forward. And then exhale, nod your chin. Slide the hands forward. Round your back. Inhale, we lengthen and lift up. And then exhale, round your back, slide the hands forward. We'll get two more. Inhale to lengthen and lift. And then exhale, round your back. We'll get one more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round your back. From here, we'll roll up nice and slow. Walk the hands in. Restacking your spine, vertebra by vertebra, coming all the way up. All right, finding a nice comfortable seated position. Maybe legs are crossed, maybe they stay long. We'll take a nice inhale, reaching your right arm up and over to the left. Exhale, sweep across the front. And then inhale, the left arm reaches up, stretch out those ribs, sweep across the front. And we'll do one more of each. Inhale to reach. Exhale, round your back, sweep across the front. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep across the front. We'll restack the spine, roll your shoulders back. Give yourself a nice little pat on the back. Nice work today. Thanks for coming to play, everybody.